everybody, I am Surbhi and you are watching Key Differences. In this video, we are going to talk about the meaning, types and objectives of interview. So friends, without further ado, let's get started. Interview. An employment interview is a primary method of selection. In this, face-to-face interaction takes place between the interviewer and interviewee. This helps in drawing accurate and relevant information about the applicant. In an interview, the interviewer attempts to obtain and synthesize information concerning the abilities of the interviewee and the job requirements. It is an oral examination of the candidates for employment. It is conducted to assess the candidate's potential for the job he is being considered based on the oral answers provided by the applicant and oral inquiries by the interviewer. Formal in-depth conversation. Interview is a formal in-depth conversation conducted to evaluate the applicant's acceptability for the job. Excellent selection device. An interview is considered to be an excellent selection device due to its flexibility. That is, it can be adapted to unskilled, skilled, managerial and professional employees. It involves two-way exchange of information. That is, the interviewer learns about the candidate and the candidate learns about the organization. So, an interview allows the recruiter to ask questions that are not covered in the test and also make judgments on the enthusiasm and intelligence of the interviewee. For the purpose of interview, a committee of employers' representative is constituted to select the right candidates, which consist of one or more interviewers. Coming to the classification of interview, the interviews are classified into one-to-one interview, sequential interview and panel interview. So we are going to discuss each of them. In a one-to-one interview, there are two participants. One is interviewer and the other is interviewee, and direct interaction between the two of them takes place. Sequential interview. As the name suggests, it encompasses a series of interviews where a number of interviewers who are employers' representatives ask questions from the candidate one by one in a one-to-one form. Thereafter, the candidate is taken to another room where he is interviewed again by several other interviewers. Panel interview. Panel interview comprises of two or more interviewers, or there can be a maximum of 15 interviewers. It is a quite formal interview. Once the panel interview is over, the interviewers pool their observations to reach consensus regarding the applicant's suitability and acceptability. Further, such an interview could also limit the impact of personal biases of any individual interviewer. Talking about the objectives of interview. Verification of information provided. The main objective of an interview is to verify whether the information provided by the candidate is correct or not, by way of asking questions with regard to their background experience, education, professional training, etc., so as to ascertain the candidate's suitability for the job. Obtaining additional information. With an interview, the interviewer can obtain all the relevant information regarding the attitude, behavior, body language, tone of the candidate, which cannot be available otherwise. Additionally, an interview is a great tool to check the knowledge of the applicant, conveying necessary facts about the job and organization. As I said, interview is a two-way process, wherein both the parties, that is the candidate and the interviewer, get the desired information. And so, an interview helps in providing necessary information to the candidate about the job, such as the philosophy, human resource policy, and the business of the organization, as well as the nature of the job and the work profile of the candidate is also explained in an interview. This helps in ensuring the candidate's agreeableness for the job, that is, whether the candidate is ready to do the job or not. The final objective of the interview is to establish mutual understanding between the company and the candidate. It helps in building a positive relationship which motivates the candidate to join the organization. Coming to the types of interview. Structured interview. A structured interview is a formal and organized interview wherein there is a list of preset standardized questions often used by the interviewer to ask all the candidates. The interview starts with an icebreaker question so as to relax the candidate before arriving at more serious questions such as a discussion relating to the distance of your home from the office or about the weather, etc. Thereafter, the interviewer will give you a brief description about the company and its position. Also, he will talk about the routine work, responsibilities and the company's philosophy. Thereafter, different questions are asked relating to your education, work experience, co-curricular activities, etc. At the end of the interview, the interviewer may ask you that if you have any questions in mind. So, it is always better to prepare some questions beforehand. Unstructured interview. An unstructured interview is one in which the interviewer gives more emphasis on hearing from the candidate, and so a number of open-ended questions may be asked. It is conversational in nature, where the interviewer may ask about your interest, hobbies, or what you do in your free time, etc., so that the candidate can stay at ease. However, the candidates need to be more cautious as it is done intentionally by the employers so that the candidate may feel comfortable and speak up such things which he or she won't reveal otherwise. Therefore, it is suggested to be friendly but maintain your professionalism. Behavioral interview. This interview relies on the fact that the past performance of the candidate is a true indicator of future performance. Hence, the interview questions revolves around your previous experience to ascertain how the candidate is going to behave if he encounters the same situation in future. Hence, the questions are not imaginary, but they are real experience based. That is, how did you handle the particular situation that you have encountered in the past? So always keep in mind that the employer is not interested in what you should have done or what you will do next time you face the same situation. Rather, they want to hear what you actually did. Next, situational interview. In this, the candidate is presented with a hypothetical situation or case which might be a real business problem, and here the candidate is not necessarily expected to arrive at the correct answer. Rather, the primary emphasis is given to the thought process of the candidate. Therefore, the candidate is being evaluated on the basis of analysis of the problem and how the candidate identifies the key issues and the way candidate follows a particular line of thinking and how you organize your thoughts. The best answer is the one that showcases the candidate's ability to break the issue into manageable pieces and then think clearly under pressure. Here the tip is to think out loud while responding to such questions. Stress interview. Interviewer use this style of interview when the job profile involves high level of daily stress in the work environment. The questions may be same as they are asked during the structured and unstructured interview, but the behavior of the interviewer may be argumentative or sarcastic. Hence, the interviewer may appear distracted or indifferent. This is usually done to notice the reaction of the candidate to the pressure of indifference, rejection, and the overall stress. Many a times in such an interview, the interviewer will put candidates in a situation that is not comfortable. So, the best way to deal with this type of interview is to focus on the question that is asked and not the way in which it is asked. Stay calm and answer each question as it comes. So guys, this brings me to the end of this lesson. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up and share it with other people. Also, if you are new to this channel and wanna get more such useful videos, consider subscribing this channel and also hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you are notified every time a new video is uploaded on this channel. And if you have any queries or feedback for me, feel free to leave in the comment section below. Until next time, this is me Surbi signing off.